Introduction. While editing and formatting Stephan and Amber Kirby's latest book for use in the 5-MeO DMT courses provided at Mindscape Institute, I had the idea that it could be useful for our students to have a standalone glossary of terms and concepts associated with 5-MeO DMT. At Mindscape, I've been teaching in the Trauma-Informed 5-MeO DMT Facilitation course, and have also developed and, as of now, completed 2 terms of my 5-MeO DMT Integration Specialist training course. As someone who's been immersed in the world of 5-MeO DMT for the past 18 years, common terms and phrases that are well known and in regular use for me and my colleagues might be brand new for those who are just entering into the field of 5-MeO DMT education. So, the idea dawned that I should make a list and share it with students for easy reference. As I sat down and started working on this, it became much longer than I originally imagined. This is no doubt due to the fact that I spend pretty much every single day talking about all this and educating others, whether it's teaching a class, giving an interview, working with an integration client, or advising psychiatrists or therapists who are looking to better understand 5-MeO DMT. Because I work and communicate in this world every day, it translates into me having a lot to share about all of these terms and phrases. Brevity may be the soul of wit, but it isn't necessarily my writing style, which tends towards detail and comprehensiveness. Still, I've tried to keep it all straightforward and to the point. In addition to providing basic definitions, references, and meanings, I'm also providing background, context, and provenance for various terms and phrases. I'm in somewhat of a unique position to do so, as I, and my personal associates, are responsible for many of these terms. Prior to my work starting in early 2008 to educate the world about 5-MeO DMT, very little public information was available about this profound molecule. This means that I, and people I know personally, have been responsible for many of these terms coming into popular use. As someone who spent the last 18 years as a dedicated non-dual entheogenic educator and who has written more books and given more lectures on 5-MeO DMT than anyone else, it is inevitable that my thoughts, views, and interpretations will dominate in this glossary. This is due to the fact that I had to develop my own vocabulary to discourse about the 5-MeO DMT experience, as other sources of information weren't available when I started this project. The result is that these entries are all filtered through my particular lens and perspective. Other people in the 5-MeO DMT world might select different terms or give different explanations. Regardless, this is how I use these words and ideas when communicating about 5-MeO DMT. If someone comes up with better words, then cool. I've tried to be thorough, though perhaps I've missed something important. If an astute reader has a suggestion for additions to what's provided here, shoot me a message and perhaps I'll add it in. The collection of words, phrases, and terms is provided for those who are curious to know more about the language that is commonly featured with the use of 5-MeO DMT. When known, items will be identified with their origin and context for how and when the term or phrase became common. Entries are organized thematically and relationally rather than alphabetically, and subsequent entries often relate to the previous one and are meant to be read in order. We'll start with nicknames. Next is Dosage and Experiential Terms. Following that is Routes of Administration terms and phrases. After that comes Facilitation and Contextual Terms, then Experiential and Phenomenological Terms. The final section covers post-session experiences and phenomena. I hope you find value in this collection and enjoy the musical adornment for this audiobook version of the 5-MeO DMT Glossary.